Okay, welcome to In the Shop with Mike and Chris. We're here on the KTM 300 project, little two-stroke smoke job. We've got all kinds of stuff going on with the project. The motor is on the stand, and we're gonna go ahead and bring you guys along with us while we
tear it down.
Tear it down.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Well, we've been kind of there's been some delay for this next video because of technical difficulties with cameras. So
we were missing a card. The card finally filled up, and I ordered one on the interwebs. And when you order something on the interwebs, we all know what happens. If you need it yesterday, they'll wait a week to ship it. But if you need it like next month, they'll ship it in 5 minutes.
That's what happens.
Yep.
So we already tore apart the spare engine.
For practice.
For practice.
Okay, let's walk in and take a look at the spare engine.
Well, pieces of it. I got most of it outside. This is what's left of the stator.
And the stator had some drama, you can see right there.
Rust jacking and so forth. That's what's left of that. The rest of it's out here. Cases, kind of rusty.
Yeah. Crank, kind of rusty.
Crank, kind of.
And what tool is that right there?
This is a flywheel remover.
Ah.
And they make tons of these different things, and they're all
different.
Freaking different. The ones that I used on the Suzukis and the other KTM and so forth. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. This is going to be it. There we go. And off she comes. Yeah, those other ones they're different. And I have two of those other ones, and they are no good. They don't work on this.
So. Oh, that stator looks good.
Yep.
I can tell by looking at it right now.
Yep, that one's good. So
a little bit of goopy.
Well, that's because there was what I think causing all this.
Yeah.
I think there's some oil leaks internally that allowed oil from the transmission to get in here.
Oh, okay. That will be fixed when we do the
we make a mess doing this stuff here. Now, there should be some screws in here somewhere. Maybe just those three.
What was the other one? Was the other one similar? Or?
Yeah, it was similar, but it was different because there were screws back here.
Oh.
This one's up here, so they're slightly different, but. Okay. There we go. We'll get it kind of close. You video in there?
Oh yeah.
All right. Putting on the case puller.
Looks like it needs to go right. That's pretty close. Doesn't have to be exact, but yeah, close enough. Close enough. In that case, how about these bolts, the screw here and the screw here, they got to come out, right? Well, we gotta take out all this. Oh, you're just getting that before you take out.
Well, I'm seeing something right now that I'm not liking.
And what?
I'll show you. And we can show the people that I don't like. That just made that easier. Let's turn that sideways. Okay. See that hole right there? There's a hole right down in there. Right down, right there?
Yeah.
Well, that hole is supposed to have a bolt in it. That's a case bolt.
Obvious sumbitch. That's probably where that oil came from.
That's not there. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
So that's part of the problem.
Doesn't only have a screw loose, it's missing a screw.
Yeah, it's missing some screws, but that's that's okay. We can get away with this. Most of the stuff that KTM does now, or all the stuff that KTM does now, uses in like almost all the other bike manufacturers as well.
Torques.
No, they use, well, there's KTM uses the 8mm plus the Torques.
Oh.
These have the Torques in them, but and you have to use Torques to get to it. But no, they use the 8mm heads. Oh my God! Oh, they over tightened some and they under tightened others.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get another one of these.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna replace all the screws, all the fasteners. Some of these probably gonna have to stay. We may end up really working that one to get it out. And it's coming off. And we're going to need this one more time on the other side. Well, half of the case is off.
I hear it.
Might have to replace them.
Yeah, that one's gonna be replaced.
Crank bearings.
Wonder what the discoloration there? It looks like it might have had water in it too.
I don't know.
There's some here on the crank too.
Gosh, whoever put this thing together didn't do a real bang up job.
No, look at they were beating on this crank. Some witness marks in the crank here, you see that?
Yeah. Well, what those could have been
Yeah.
was when it blew up.
Oh, so it probably blew up before.
I think this thing blew up at one point in time.
Grenaded.
Yes. There's marks on the cylinder head. There's marks on other pieces too. That
That crank should just pull right out, shouldn't it?
oh no,
Oh,
it's still in the
that's
bearing.
right. There's okay. Yeah.
It's still in the bearing. So let's remove this stuff, and just so we've got more room, and we can stick the transmission right here on this thing. Okay, that's still in because of all the other stuff on the other side
Yep.
that we got to take off. And
That's the shifter.
these are, well, the shift forks, I just took one
Yeah,
of them
but
out.
this is the shifter itself right here.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's just because there's a on the other side there are uh-oh.
Huh. Is that the right one that goes there?
Well, it's the one that was there. I don't know if it's split on purpose. I don't think it really matters
Oh.
because it's captured.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go through and figure out all these different shims and spacers and shit.
That's the fun part. Is that fork catching? What's that fork
Make
catching?
sure.
Oh, it's on the tree, the shifter tree.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take it apart. So
Yeah, there's
what
a
we
little
have to
bit of wood on
do
that sucker.
is, actually, we can just do this. We can drop this down until it's vertical, and we can turn it around. And we got a few things to take apart on this side. Better be careful with that. The reason I say that is because
Push
there's,
that thing right off the.
well, the nut, this big old long thing that goes on there that holds the engine to the case.
Yeah.
It holds the cases. It's on both sides of the case.
So
right?
yeah, absolutely.
So I had to take it off.
It's holding the case together if you've got it on there.
Correct.
Yeah.
So there's the shifter.
The shifter. And what's that called?
Huh? Oh, this is the deal that I don't know what it's called, but
That's the deal that gives it the positive feel in between gears.
yeah.
Yeah.
And now we can take this out.
Oh, there's that shift
Fork. And this whole deal comes out. That's the other half of the transmission. There's this guy. That's part of this.
Yeah.
That goes there. And now we need what?
Snap ring pliers?
No, we need a 4, I believe. I think, yeah, that's a small one. So, oh, wrong one.
Yeah, that's it, huh?
There.
Aha.
That guy. That's what keeps tension on this for when you shift. You move this out of the
Through
way.
the detents.
The detent, correct.
Yeah.
Bearings feel good.
They sound good.
I don't know about
That
that
one's
one.
questionable.
Feel it.
Oh yeah, that one's needs to be changed. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
So we're going to need to get some bearings. Get some more parts to get.
We are now in the parts department, looking to see the new goodies that have arrived. It was missing the bail, so
Completely missing the bail.
yeah,
So what I did was I took this thing completely apart.
yeah,
Took it completely apart. Cleaned it all.
that looks new.
It's not.
Wow, that thing
It's-
looks great.
It's not. And I used the bail. I took this out. This was bent. I straightened that.
Yeah,
And then I put the correct fasteners in here to
Yeah.
hold this. You can see the difference.
okay.
So you're talking good 6 inches
Yeah.
different. Longer.
Yeah,
It allows you to put that big old long muffler on there because it's got another pickup point.
oh, okay. And let's see the muffler. I don't think we looked at that yet.
We didn't look at that. This is, well, it's kind of torn apart right now, but this is another part that I got was the stock one, or the one that came with the bike it's out here too. It looked like this, okay?
Yeah,
And I tore it apart and there's nothing in it.
look at that.
And I think that's probably part of the reason why we've got, we had all that spooge and
Everywhere.
oil all
Yeah.
over the crank. Made some parts the other day.
Oh, look at that.
Little Delrin deals. These are for the tank.